everybody? Welcome back to the Real Guys podcast. There is no Josh today. There is Buddy. There's a Buddy. And there's a Stevie. They're here today to join me. They don't have any much input, but there is no Josh, so I guess they'll be replacing him for today. But today's video is on Scream 7. And mainly about all the leaks that have been coming out and like what we should be talking about them or not. So I've been following the Twitter discourse, which is kind of a crazy thing to follow because half the time these leaks aren't real or not true. And I wanted to come up here and talk about what's going on with the Scream. So the main thing is, when is the second trailer coming out? Everybody thought it was going to be out at like 10 p.m. today, which is like noon. I'm not familiar with time zones, but that's when they thought it was coming out. And so I got up this morning and at 10, no trailer. So then it switches to 11, no trailer. But now it's noon, which the original spot came out. So maybe it's coming now. And if it does come out, disregard this video and I'm a dumbass. But what is going on? Because so many different things are leaking for this movie. Like, I mean, yesterday, one of the big leaks that came out was Stu's not in the movie. But then why bring Matthew Lillard back? I know there's like a thing of a discourse where it's like, we're going to bring Stu and maybe he's the voice in the phone. And that is really cool. But, like, what is going on? Like, are people just throwing shit at the wall and hoping it'll stick? Because this movie comes out in like 6 weeks, and we still basically know not a lot. We know who's coming back, we know there's a mental patient, and we know some other plot points. But, like, nothing, we don't know a lot about this movie. We have one teaser, I think, that wasn't, and we're supposedly getting the full trailer, and it comes out in, like, 6 weeks. And this is also what another thing I want to talk about is how this movie is scaring the hell out of me. I'm a big fan of Scream. I think in the first 4, I thought there was no bad. I enjoyed 5. 6, on the other hand, is kind of now like my least favorite Scream movie. And we can get more into that because we're planning to do like, hopefully like a little bit of a podcast where we go through Scream 1 through 6 leading up to the movies that should maybe come out next week. I don't know, maybe, or it might just be me reviewing every single Scream movie. I don't know if Josh is going to want to get into that or not. But, like, still know nothing. And this movie comes out in 6 weeks. And that surprises me. But also, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this movie because all the leaks I'm getting are making me more and more scared. Which, I know Josh's main theory was, like, maybe at the end one Ghostface escapes and then you get a call from, like, one of the Ghostfaces, like, I always had a thing for you, Sid. And then that's like, oh, well, Stu is going to come back in the 8th one, which would be cool. I don't know when they'd film it because I'm pretty sure Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is coming out whenever. And more thoughts on that. I fucking hated FNAF 2. So that is a thing. But, like, this movie for me is either going to be, like, a great Scream movie, I'm going to fucking hate it. There's, like, no in-between for me here. And that's kind of concerning because we've gotten a lot more with every Scream movie, but everything for this Scream movie is being so close-kept that, like, nothing's going on. And, like, I know as we said here, it's, like, 11:40, so 20 minutes. Maybe the teaser will come out. And all this, or the trailer, it's got to be the final trailer because 6 weeks of the movie and some of the TV spots are cool. Like, I know that they, like, made, somebody tweeted out that, like, Ghostface's main goal in the movie was to kill Sydney in front of her daughter and everybody lost it. But I was like, wasn't that in the TV spot? He said, oh, no, I'm not going to kill her alone. I'm going to wait for you to get there and kill her with you. That's my terrible impression of the Scream voice. But also this year, I'm pretty sure it's like, came out in 96. The 30th anniversary is this year, so maybe something special will come with that. I know they're doing a Steelbook re-release of the first movie, it was a Steelbook that came out like 4 or 5 years ago where it's like the phone and Ghostface, and that's coming back out in February, so that's cool. maybe we can get like a haunted house, but like this whole thing is just a little bit concerning to me is the amount of news and shit we have. Like, I know they had test screenings and we didn't get results for those yet, but I'm hoping this comes out well and we get Scream 8, but I don't think there will be any more movies after Scream 8, and that's what I want to get into. I think this franchise needs to pause for a little bit after Scream 8. I don't want to see Scream 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, because then you're going to burn out really quick, and I'm afraid the quality will go down as we go more into more. And this is sounding like I'm hating on the franchise. No, I'm just being critical. But, like, I am so scared for Scream 7. Comes out, I'll be seeing it opening night, or maybe the Thursday preview. I don't know, but it's definitely weird. Also, I know a true trailer for The Bride dropped today. I haven't reacted to that yet, but I'm kind of interested in seeing it. I think that comes out in like March or something, so a couple weeks after Scream 7. I know Scream 7 is like the second, maybe the last, I don't know. I think the second to last day of February. Comes out like the 27th, I think, which is like 6 weeks away, maybe. So this is going to be a thrill ride, and I know they released the official poster a couple days ago. That looks pretty cool, but I kind of like the one that they released with the Ghostface on fire a little bit more, because I work at a theater and I got that poster. So yeah, definitely looking forward to Scream. Hopefully this is a good movie, because this could be the best or the worst. And watch out what you read online, because some of this shit is turning out to be way not true. Way not true at all. I know people have been calling out scoopers for like deleting all their wrong shit. Like, it'll pass and they'll just delete the wrong instead of owning up to it. I know that's all that on Twitter today. And I know Josh has been a little bit active on Twitter with these scoopers trying to get information. If there's any information that he wants to share, I'll link this video to him and he can send it to me and let me know if there's anything else he needs talked about. But definitely getting a bit interesting these days. It's like, yeah, watch out what you believe on the internet. And this has been I'm just reiterating wise tales from many years ago. You can't believe everything you see on the internet, because I've seen a lot of these people backing up their theories online with, well, I read it on the internet, so it must be true. Yeah, definitely. Everything on the internet is true. Not. And that's what I wanted to get on here with. Like, there's some reliable scoopers I trust, but then there's just people throwing out shit to stick on the wall, and I'm just like, no. But yeah, the main thing that I saw, what I already talked about, was that Matthew Lillard wasn't in the movie at all. I could see that, but then again, I think maybe he's alive, maybe he's dead. I'm kind of leaning more of the dead. He's still dead. And I remember Josh was telling me yesterday, he saw someone talking about how they were going to do the original plan of Scream 3 in this movie, which is like the Cult of Stu or whatever. Which I already think there's probably a Ghostface cult is the leading theory for this film. And they're going to unmask multiple Ghostface, and maybe we'll actually get one of the unmasking really early into the movie, which would be different. And that would be interesting. But there's some other stuff. Like, I was making a joke to Josh. I was like, what if the mental patient is really just one of Gail's cameraman that lost his mind after he got fired? And he was like, I will walk out if that is true. May happen, may not. I don't know. Anyways, can't wait for this movie. The countdown is on. Scream 7. I think that's the next big horror movie after 28 years later. The Bone Temple releases tomorrow. I think that's the next big horror movie. I don't think there's anything else bigger. I could be wrong. Actually, I know Silent Hill comes out at the end of this month, but I can't find a fucking theater that's showing that, and it's pissing me off. Like, every theater around me is not showing that. I know it's like some limited 4-day event, so I guess I'll just have to wait for the Blu-ray. But anyways, this has been The Real Guys Scream 7 talk. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hopefully we'll be back sooner rather than later. But I am Landon, and I'm going to go back on Twitter. I don't have any really weird news, but anyways, enjoy this. See you guys.